Hey guys, it's Cayley. I'm going to be taking you along with me on a vlog today. I am heading to the office. It's going to be a productive day, probably one of those days where I put way too much on my plate and don't get all of it done, but still, I think it's going to be a good day. I've got a lot on my plate. I am going to prepare for the new hire coming, probably rearrange the office a little bit, changing up our inventory system slightly, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. It's a little bit of our listing process. Show you guys some things that are happening around the office. Let's go. All right, so we have a ton of stuff going on today. I think what I'm going to do first is do shipping because we had a lot of orders and I will be conducting Poshmark shipping today. Then after we do shipping, the rest of my day is just going to be spent organizing the office and trying to implement some new processes that we started, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Basically getting, again, everything organized, cleaned up, and getting ready for this new hire. We do kind of have a new hire checklist of some things that we're doing to prepare, but today is solely going to be like physical stuff, getting the office ready. We are going to rearrange the office a little bit, so I'll show you guys that process. It'll be kind of exciting, kind of scary because we've had it set up the same way for a while, but let's dive in to this day. Before we get started on all of our tasks for the day, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Temu. I've been working with Temu for the last couple of months, and I've been really excited in all of the collaborations that we've been doing because I've been able to try some new office products and get some things done around the office, but for much cheaper than I expected I would be able to. Temu is an online marketplace that offers the most competitively priced products in multiple categories: fashion, jewelry, home decor, pet supplies, and more. Although lately I've been using them mostly for office supplies. They offer top quality products at ultra affordable prices so that everyone can enjoy the conveniences of comfort and life. If you want to check out Temu, you can go to temu.com or download the Temu app, which is available for both iOS and Android. For spring, Temu is running a massive site-wide sale. Head over now to temu.com for discounts up to 90% off. Temu has free shipping and free returns for up to 90 days. They also accept all major credit and debit cards, electronic payments, and pay later programs such as Klarna and Afterpay. I just recently did another Temu order for some more organizational stuff at the office, so let me do a quick haul of that real fast. We're going to use some of those in today's video. So the last Temu video that we did some organizational things around the office to make it more efficient. And some of these are little projects that kind of sparked interest after that video. My favorite thing from the last video is our label maker. If you guys remember that, it's just a little kind of like pocket-sized label maker. We've been using that for a lot of stuff and it's super easy to use on the app. So that's been my favorite thing from the last one. Haven't decided what my favorite thing is from this haul because I haven't completely unboxed everything. So let's dive in. A wall calendar. We use a lot of these. I'll probably give this to the new hire. We have a giant calendar, which is like for total office use behind us, which I'll show you guys here in a moment. Kind of how we track certain sales week, time off, and things of that matter. But it's also nice for everyone to have their own individual calendar to keep track of their own stuff. So this is a super cute hanging wall calendar. And I don't know if you guys noticed or if you've ever visited my eBay or Poshmark, but this is our, like, very similar to our logo. We have a lot of green leafery, so green and white are the main colors. And this is what the calendar looks like. Super simple. I like that it's kind of mid-size, so you can add multiple things on it, but I thought it would be a great addition to the office. Next up is just a meshy, like, grocery holder bag. I got one of these. Nikki actually came up with this idea because we were constantly doing thrift hauls, coming back from sourcing, and we're unloading those plastic bags. Some of my thrift stores don't let us take in reusable bags, otherwise we'd be using those. So we do have a lot of plastic bags, and I hate to say it, but most of the time they get shoved in a corner and get so dirty that we end up throwing them away. But we're trying to be better and reuse some of those items, and we do like to keep some of them for reuse. So I'm looking at a bunch over there that are just like piled on the table. We're going to use this today to organize them, get them up, and make it more efficient. These are our planner stickers. I'll talk about these here in a little bit, but they did have a lot of planner stickers. I've been looking for some, but they're super expensive on other sites. But since they were so cheap on Temu, we are going to try them out. Is a label printer roll of labels. Now, I've heard some things about the printer that I have that it's not as compatible with like off-brand stuff. We're going to try these out today and see if they work. If they do, they are significantly cheaper than what I currently buy, which is brand name labels. So we're going to try these out today while we ship. Correction tape, just general office supplies. More poly mailers because we always need them. I'll probably use these to ship today. And I really like the new blue color. These are kind of cool. We got these for fancier orders. They are like a milky white plastic bag to protect. And they do have a hole in them just for venting, and they also have, it's like a Ziploc bag, but they're really nice, high quality. We're going to use them for garments, and I figured we could use these for our more high quality orders. I feel kind of bad sometimes because we, I mean, I guess I don't feel too bad, but we process even our like couple $100 orders the same way that we do our $5 orders, which is great for consistency purposes, but sometimes we feel bad. You know, people buy so much from us and we're not even putting a thank you card in, which is why we ordered thank you cards on, I think it was the first Temu order, and we've been using those if we get a large purchase just to show a little bit more appreciation. But I thought that those would be good for some of the more higher end like luxury items as we send them out. And I don't feel like it's going to take too much time because those are pretty far and few in between. Most of the stuff is bread and butter, but I thought those would be nice to have. We've got some seam rippers that we will be using. Nikki's kind of the seamstress at our office. She does the best she can. She's actually pretty good at it, but we are not professionals. We just do what we can with the little things. We don't really pick up a lot of stuff that needs fixed, but when it does, it's good to have those materials. So she just has a little sewing kit right now, and she wanted a seam ripper. She thought it'd be good for the times that we get items that have alterations. We thought it'd be good to be able to just rip those seams out, because some of them are so simple that you could take an item, like let's say someone took in jeans at the waist. It's usually just a really short stitching in the back. You can just rip those out, and then you can actually get that item and sell it versus leaving it behind, which is something we're currently doing. Nikki also wanted to order on this order a sewing machine, but caveat, it is a mini sewing machine. And I'll pop a picture up here. It's pretty cool. She's kind of testing it out at home with some of the piles of stuff that she has, but I will report back and let you know how good that's going, because the idea of a mini sewing machine is really cool, but is it actually going to work? But I'll pop a picture up here of what that looks like. It had really good reviews, and we figured we could use it here at the office. So I'll report back with Nikki and ask how that's going. This is a very, very random thing. However, I'm not going to show every part of the office, but there are parts of the office that have windows, clear windows on them, and when people walk by, we don't want them to be able to see in. We're kind of private and secluded, and we prefer it that way so we can get more work done. So right now we just have like the most random thing covering up our windows, and it's kind of dreary. So we saw these on Temu and we thought we would try them out. I'm not going to test them today, but just to let you guys know, if this becomes successful, we will show you guys that project. But it is basically a two-way reflective mirror, and it's sticky tape that goes on a window so that we can see out but people can't see in, which I thought was really cool. This was a project I wanted to tackle. However, this is such a popular product that they ran out very quickly. I wanted to order kind of a mass amount because they were so cheap, but I only was able to get one. So it's kind of bittersweet because we can test it out and see if it's actually going to work for us before we buy a bunch of these. But I'm going to test out just a small patch of this today. I probably won't show it in today's video, but I thought that would be interesting to try. And if it ends up working out, we'll do like a whole project on it. And then lastly, I think this is my favorite item from that order. This is, I don't even remember what it's called, but it'll be linked below, but it's a little like beachy tote. It came with a couple of straps and these little icon things you can pop in, and I think you can buy different ones to customize it. I feel like this is a dupe for a certain brand, but I don't know what. But it is very like foam feeling, heavy duty tote, and this one is super skinny. I have been looking for something to put behind my seats where I can carry stuff but have it kind of upright where it isn't spilling in my car, and so I've been looking for a bag just like this. A bag, I don't know, it's more of like a basket. But this is perfect for my car because it's super skinny. I'm going to try this out today and see how well it works, but it's going to keep everything upright. And currently I just use my purse to put everything in, like even water bottles and stuff like that, and carry them back and forth from my car to my house. But we're going to try this out because I think it's going to work a lot better, and it's going to be a lot more heavy duty and hold more stuff. All right, so we're going to get started on shipping. Like I said, we have a lot to ship out today, and I am covering Poshmark. We have a total of 44 items to ship out today, which is actually quite a lot for us. Previously, we were listing like 30 a day, then we switched to 35 a day, and then we just recently switched to 40 a day. And usually when you switch to, or I guess when you increase the amount you're listing, it takes several months to kind of see those sales results, but we're starting to see them right away, which is really cool. Our goal is always to be at reseller nirvana, which is a phrase I think Daily Refinement coined, which is basically when we're selling the same amount of items that you're listing. So every day, if we are listing 40, which is what we're currently doing, my goal is to get to selling an average of 40 a day or more. So we just started getting over that 40 mark. Like I said, today we have 44. On eBay, we have 23 items to ship out, and on Posh, we have 21. So let's get started. I'm going to ship the Poshmark items. I've got some new ones for you. Do you want to try these out?
Ooh, yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty. I like it.
Also going to go ahead and print Posh labels. You don't have to weigh anything for Posh unless it's a bundle that's obviously more than 5 pounds. I'm going to get those printed and start pulling them, but let's try out these labels real quick. This thing's like, I'm very confused. This isn't what we normally do. Oh, it worked. Now I gotta print the rest of them. Give me a minute. All right, that definitely worked. Well, now I know I can get my labels much, much cheaper. We're definitely gonna have to find a roll holder though.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find another one of those paper towel holders and just put it up here. The whole office is just gonna be covered in paper towel holders. They're definitely thinner than what I'm used to, but like if they work, I don't really mind. It all works the same. So my mic cuts out parts of this video, so I'm doing a quick voiceover just to kind of explain what's going on. But we have a new method of pulling items and how we kind of label our labels essentially to make sure they're getting to the right order. We previously used to use our phone to pull everything, but now we are actually using the label. So we take the information down on the back of the label, and you can see I have 2 screens open here. One is the Poshmark orders to match it to the buyer username, and then the other one is our eBay Unsolds page so I can get the SKU from that. And we're just writing down a quick little message about what the item might be, the color, and then the SKU. And then after that's done, we don't really need our phone. We just go and pull the item with the label. And the convenient thing about that is you can set the label down with the item and just lay everything out matched with its label already, so you don't have to do it at the end, and then you just package everything up. And we've really been enjoying this method. It is a little bit more work up front, but I think the payoff is totally worth it, and it saves us a ton of time. shipping is done, I'm going to get started by putting some of this stuff away, and then I'm going to move on to some of our inventory and tell you all about that process that we have done a slight tweak on. So unfortunately my mic cut out during this part, but I wanted to explain these calendars behind us. You guys have asked about these quite a bit. However, we have never really explained in full what we use these for. So we have two calendars on the wall. You can see these are shared office ones. One is from the previous year and one is this year, and we use those to kind of compare sales. So this is a technique that we've learned from our old corporate jobs. Nikki and I worked at the same place, and here we would have $1 million sales days, and we had like 300 to 400 employees to deal with. So it was a pretty regular thing that we were constantly having to analyze trends, to plan for schedules and plan for bringing items in, and just, you know, all different things. So even the simple method for a company as big as where we actually worked was really interesting, that they just use these simple wall calendars, but I found it to be very useful. So whenever we have a slow sales week or a high sales week, we'll just note it on the calendar. I'll give you an example. If around Super Bowl time, I'm just throwing something fake out here, but if during Super Bowl weekend you notice a huge uptick in sales, you would want to note that, so that the following year you can look back to that time and kind of track what your sales are going to be like, and plan to know if you're going to need extra help that day, if it's going to be a heavy sales day, or if it is a slower sales week, that you're not going to be discouraged because you're going to look back and go, oh, it's typically slow around this time. You can kind of do the same thing with your online sales reports. However, we find it really helpful to have everything on paper. Along the same lines, what we've been wanting to do with these calendars is to find some planner stickers and kind of have the same, I guess, color coordination for stickers for what each thing means. So for example, we could say that all of the pink stickers are slow sales weeks, and then we'd be able to quickly look at our calendar and know anywhere we see pink are typically where we're having a slow sales week. So just something we're using to track everything and just be more mindful going into the next year and really record those sales and be prepared. It is especially important for us because we are having to make schedules for employees and to know how many people we need to have to help ship. So next thing I'm working on is clearing out this area where we have all of our scheduled inventory. Some of you guys actually mentioned this on my videos, which is, why don't we just put them away while we are listing? I do have reasons as to why we were not doing that, but we have decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. So previously, as you can see on this sign, we were scheduling everything, and then that tote would have a date placed on it, and then we would not put it away until that day when it actually became active. But now we are actually going to be putting away everything when we list it. But I have some weeks of backlogged, basically totes of inventory that need put away. So I'm going to do that today, and I think it's going to free up a ton of space. In fact, this entire area is going to get cleared so that we can fit more rows of these shelves for more inventory. Something else we've been doing, and something you guys also mentioned in the comments, is we are now putting SKUs on the bags when we are taking the photo, taking a picture of that SKU, and actually uploading it into our listing. But like I said, I've got about 2 weeks worth of scheduled inventory to put away so that we can continue on this new process and start fresh. Alright, I am about to end this video. I did not get as far as I wanted to today. I think the last thing that you guys saw was me starting to put away all of this inventory. To be fair, there were 2 tables. There is now just 1 table, so I can now start breaking down this table, and I'm not going to be able to do it today because it's been a long day and I am exhausted. But A lot of stuff happened today, got a lot done, and what we're going to end up doing is taking this table and we are going to put it back here. And so the new hire is going to, basically this is going to be their station, and they're going to use this part for shipping and their desk. So this is going to stay the same. It's just going to turn into a shipping table instead of a photo table. We'll take this tape off and then we'll put another table back there and move this. So basically the station's photo table is going to shift over there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but do some reorganizing, probably put most of that stuff underneath of this table. But that was a way that we could keep the same space without having to do a whole lot, just some readjustments. And I don't think that having the table there is going to interrupt the flow of either station. We'll still have this one, and then we'll just be putting a table here for this. That's how far I got today. I would say I got about half done that I wanted to, which I think I kind of said in the beginning of the video. I was like, I feel like I have a lot on my plate. There is a whole list of things I'm going to do that I'm hoping to get done that I'm probably not going to get to, and that's exactly what happened. Also want to take, once we get these tables broken down, there's going to be all of this space free and empty, and I'm going to probably pull these right here out, or actually probably push them forward and then use all of this space for more of these shelves, because just show you, I could probably fit 1, 2, probably 3 to 4 more complete rows of shelving. You can see just how much we have here. So I've got one more I can place on this, and then we'll start creating more rows, which we are definitely going to need with the new hire. I really love testing out all of those Temu products and doing some organization in the office, making a bit of a dent in it. We are trying to get everything rearranged before the new hire gets here. Oh, one more thing, one last thing. We have to test from Temu. This was like the one thing that I was so excited about, and we're doing it last today. That's fine. Let me go ahead and build this real quick. I actually need to go outside to my car, so I am going to use this for its intended purpose and check it out. All right, that was actually super easy to put together. I decided that I didn't like the B's on the outside. I'm pretty sure this is like, the brand name starts with the B, and I think these are meant to be on the outside, so I didn't like that. So I'm gonna do my own thing, and I just swapped the inside ones for the outside. That way no B is showing, and I think I like it better that way. And now I'm gonna get ready to go because it's been a long day. My thoughts with this bag were that I'm constantly, like, when I go to leave or come in, like when I leave my house and when I go back to my house, I am like carrying like 3 different bags, a lot of stuff, purses, drinks, all that stuff. So I thought this would be like a great catch-all, and it would fit right behind my seat, which is where I like reach behind and grab water bottles all the time while I'm driving. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna pack this bad boy up real quick, but I love it so far. Been using this sling bag because it's easier on my back while sourcing. My cup, another dirty cup that I need to take home and wash, my water bottle. This is a package that I received, and then I also would like to be able to carry my jacket. Can I stuff it all in? I freaking love this bag. I'm gonna order like 10 of these. Oh yeah, she's sturdy. This is so perfect. If you've been looking for something like this, I mean, I guess I still need to test it out in my car, but this thing is like the perfect catch-all. Just, I freaking love it. It's gonna be so easy to clean too. I'll put a short little video on here of whether it fits in my car or not, in case any of you are interested and are wondering, but I've got a feeling it is going to, and I really, really like that bag. It's really cool. I hope that you guys enjoyed this office, just like work with me video, getting the office organized and cleaned. Really excited about this new hire, and hopefully we'll share some more of that process, but I thought this would be a great way to kind of dip toes in and show you like what we work on when a new hire is coming in and as we expand roles. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you guys are interested in any of the products that I showed today, the link to those direct products will be down below in the description box. And don't forget, you can also use my code, which I'll put here on the screen. I know some of you guys have said you have ordered some different things, so if you order anything that I have not tried out yet and you think it's like life-changing for reselling or even like something personal like that bag, then send me a message or comment down below and let me know, because I am always on the hunt for some new stuff. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.